and trying to protect students from over borrowing. I can tell you, I see it every day. The financial aid office is right next to my office. We are begging, pleading, 10 times, 10 different ways. We tell the students what they're signing up for, what their loan payments are going to be, that they really need to be careful because they may not need this much money, but there's nothing we can do to stop students from borrowing $20,000 more than they need for the cost of the education. If they come to us and they do this, they say, I want to buy a car. I want to pay off my tickets. I want to pay off my child support payments. We can't stop them. We have veterans. We have veterans who have their entire student costs, tuition costs paid for by their benefits. Then they get Pell Grants. Then they get a state grant. And then they borrow $20,000 in student loans. We can't stop them. We do everything we possibly can to educate them, but we have no ability to stop this. We reach maybe 5 to 10% of the students who make the right decision. It's not enough. Is there any reason why you folks would not support the ability for schools, institutions, to limit student loan borrowing in a way that makes sense, that allows them a little bit of money for living expenses, but protects them in the future? Is there any reason you can't support us on this?
I hear you loud and clear, but just to be transparent, our agency is not allowed to override Congress. And this is actually something that I know you've been talking to Congress quite a bit about. And it does fall out of our scope to be able to do something like limiting federal loan borrowing. But we hear you, and we hear you're trying to think creatively about how we can get students to borrow responsibly. I know that's an unsatisfactory answer, but this is the law.
And I just want to be sure I understood the question. You're talking about federal loans, not private loans?
Right.
In connection with private loans, our current research suggests that the severe losses that came from the 05-07 period led virtually all private lenders to require school certification, even though they fought vigorously against that requirement in Congress in 08. So we're less concerned about the use of private loans for buying cars, but if you are experiencing that, we would certainly want to hear about it. We do have the power to, or the charge in 1077 to suggest to Congress those policy or legal changes that ought to be considered by Congress as a part of this report. And it would be a possible topic to suggest a revisiting of the self-certification form that is now used, in quotes, in the private student loan business with, according to the private lenders we talked to, limited success by students, and think about other forms of more mandatory limitation of loans, private loans, to financial need.